Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim, the cherisher, the nourisher, and the sustainer of this whole world. Peace and salutations upon his messenger, Prophet Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam. I have immense pleasure and privilege to being with you in this hilarious and most auspicious occasion to express my views and thoughts on the relevant and deliberating and debatable topic, demonetization and ongoing impact on the Indian economy and the common people. Before coming to the reality, just moving to history of the demonetization in India, just realizing the truth of November 6th of 2016, which was really one of the darkest moments of the Indian history. It indicates that the reason for the implication of or the implementation or the application of this demonetization was really the avoiding the accumulation of the corruption, the terrorism, and the black money. This was the reality. But what has happened? This is a major question. Well, coming to that reality, we will say that it leads to job loss. It leads to unemployment. As one of the research conducted by Center for Monitoring, they have indicated that it leads to job loss, especially in the informal sector. It leads to the loss of the GDP. Some of the paradoxical aspect of this demonetization is really that this is at the implementation of this demonetization, the reason behind this is to avoid the black money. But after the implementation, about 99% of the money has been returned. At that time, they have said that about 85% of the currency in India is 500 and 1000. So we should demonetize it. But what has happened? About 99% of that has been returned, which indicates their main reason was not that. Then they have changed their reason. Especially very recently, they have said that the reason behind the implementation of this demonetization is really digitalization. It is the another aspect of that. But what has happened? Especially the common people, it affects the common people. We can say that many economies, just like Manmohan Singh, he has indicated that it affects the economy, especially for the production, about 2% or 3%. The great economists like Amartya Sen, he said it's really against it. Well, we are conducting a research of what is the reason behind the slowdown of our economy. The answer, or one of the answer is that demonetization. Even the RBI officials has indicated this factual thing and this truth to the whole world. Especially at the moment of the implementation, we can forget the names like Aravindra Subramania. He's really a part of implementation of demonetization. But after the implementation and the application of demonetization, even he has indicated that the main reason behind this is the job loss in the informal sector. About 90% of the people in India works in the informal sector. They couldn't have the idea, the knowledge, and the lessons about the banking. When we have realized and we have watched through our newspapers at the time of the implementation that many of the people at that moment, they are really standing in front of the banks. At that time, the great person of our country has indicated that the old people in our country, those who have the 500 note and the 1000 currency, they should burn it. This being said by one of the great personality. Even we can say that at last year, they again demonetized 2000 rupees. What is the reason behind it? The reason behind it is they are saying to implement a currency-less economy. But is it possible? It's not possible. So, as a person of this democratic country, it's our duty, especially the people like us, to propagate and to say to the whole world through our pens, through our voice, and we can hope in that as hope seeks the last. That is the reality. That's all. Thank you. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah.